Mythology is one of the oldest forms of human self-expression. Since the days of the cavemen, myths have been a fundamental part of human culture and belief. Aside from the creation myth, one of the oldest and most widely spread myths is the story of a great flood. Amazingly, there is a flood myth in nearly every culture in the world, from the American Indians to the Russians to the more well-known story of Noah's Ark. No one is quite sure why the flood myth is so prevalent. However, there are three prevailing theories. 1. A common linguistic source. There is an ancient Sumerian story known as the Epic of Gilgamesh. Scholars have found that it bears striking resemblance to the Noah's Ark myth. There is a good chance that the Epic of Gilgamesh spread to create most of the flood myths which exist today. 2. A real flood. Researchers suggest that at the end of the Ice Age, when the ice caps began to melt, the rising water levels overflowed and filled in what is now the Black Sea. This would have been a massive flood and is in the same region as both the Epic of Gilgamesh and Noah's Ark, as well as other myths such as the myth of Deucalion. 3. A psychological archetype. The esoteric psychologist Carl Jung theorized on the existence of the subconscious archetype, a sort of shared ancestral memory which exists within all humans. Archetypes are fundamental patterns or symbols in the human psyche and are often expressed in dreams and art or literature. Jung suggested that the flood could be a primal archetype due to its psychologically impactful nature. Perhaps most humans have a subconscious idea about floods which comes out in myths.